Our first speaker tonight is the Venerable Geshe Ngawang Tenle. He is the resident teacher here at Kurukulla Center in Boston, in Medford, Massachusetts. Geshe-la is the inspiration behind this interfaith gathering, and he will address us first.
The Thoma Tego Gunda Gangatu or Chili Jimmy Gamolam Di Tangla Kalu Nankenti na Tanda Kurukulla Pujinangtan Homir Kanga Chigi Gipshit Lare.
Ane tempe dabo sanji chomde de la ya ane taba ngende pewe tone sashi suji kongta lamya nambe jamge jawe ombo tamche chi ziba chimbo shokwe we risma chiwe lachi nambala ya kisha ngende tame tone ta teri ane diga kundu ji tsowo ane jashi nira boche chokda ane sane mer ta na shege zamli gi chulu rime gi ane kutsum nabata 아니 다나제는 zamle yudu kansala 세세나기가 자제가라야 페네게 아니 이제 참아라야 다 뒤컴더 드링하로서 사가대베 접정아 나자가 땜바 꽃담바 그냥을 낸다와 아니 사제वे는 아니 드리게 제 처벌인지 깝던 뜨네야 아니 참아라야 아니 삼를 다시 되려셔더니 아니 다나제가 다 드링하로서 드리게야 아니 지 자제가네야 아니 지가 사가대비 지금 손트 저기 이제 소대 가르쳐서나 아니 내려야 다 단디 qab려야 지금 또염 내도 되게 쩌네야 아니 나도 체념도 루메 같이 아니 자제 간에 다 대립단 템베들에 저기 요래 아 다가 나신 게다 내제대 두 고사 점으로 보지 저거 투지 공사당 아니 잠리 시대 다 나신 게 지금 줄은 던들 샤버드야 다 단디 qab게 니 되선 늘려야 아니 나나서 지금 잠벌리게 지금 추주 사마치 루르체 근데 강엘라야 지가 냠다 돈에 채와이나 아니 땡땡가 아니 데 야포지요레 땡땡이 진짜 땅에 아니 만도 들이 내가 배비 아니 군도 사마라 아니 나랑 개기 원에레 아니 추석 원에 아니 사마라야 아니 삼르타시 되려셔더니 Hello, good evening everyone. It is very great honor to today to pay respect for the Buddha Shakyamuni and all religious leaders. Also, I would like to today and a special guest for His Eminence Rinpoche and the Mayor of the Medford, all the representatives for the different faith backgrounds, also who joined with us and online everywhere. I would like to say Tashidele from my bottom of my heart. Also today, because we have to do that this online, is right now everyone know the COVID-19 hit by all of the world. We're not able to join together and physically, but we use the technology. Then we meet on the Zoom. It's also very important to be host like this kind of occasion. One of His Holiness view or his request for all of us to one is the religious harmony or the peace of the world. Like here, all the different religious backgrounds, we come together. We are same time. Especially today is the Sakadawa is as we Buddhism is very important to Tibetan tradition. Is Buddha was born and Buddha was enlightened. Buddha was passed away nirvana. As we do today, any kind of action is very important. Therefore, we advise all the different faith grounds come together. We same time, we have same view, same goal to peace of the world and the religious harmony. Especially we pray for the COVID-19 and today. Therefore, we organize this host. Then I will thank you so much. I hope you enjoy that this evening's event. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Geshe-la. Thank you so much, Geshe-la. So I have a great honor and pleasure to introduce to everyone Mayor Brianna Lungo Kern. She is the mayor of the city of Medford here in Massachusetts, and Kurukulla Center, we've had our home in Medford for 20 years, and the city has always been incredibly kind and supportive to us, and we're so happy that you're able to be with us here tonight, Mayor Lungo Kun. So over to first Tsereng Ki to translate that to Tibetan.
So tene ita jachi chilik rimigam hulam de gonzin ken lamna da kojik nang ken gancha chawalen ken ti kula pojinang tan humnir khan de ta tanda pojinang tan humnir khan lamna da chechun de chulu chig jachi kyabja lola thoma america go massachusetts ngadi la ta lama yishil logi samjing nawa ta ani chechun de ina ta nga chu nupshu pojinang tan ge chechu chone sane pom cho ta thogni shulamna da jiwa chishu chechuchigla ngoto nangdu tini ta chechugde tene chi yosagi tanda medford jonchir ke chichabi na yang tegongonda mixegi ani kunjula danji shu yobananshi ani medford jonchir chichabcham brianna longogi tamshenangre.
Hello, and thank you for such a warm welcome. I'm so honored to be a part of this gathering this evening. I understand there are about 20 speakers from many faith traditions, and I'm particularly encouraged and honored that we're all here together, especially in light of the many important issues we are facing over the last few weeks and months. I know that tonight's celebration is dedicated especially to those who have been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. And I also know that we are all in some way impacted by the acts of violence and racism across the nation. For many of us, we're processing feelings of grief and anger. We're learning more about our communities, about our friends and neighbors, and about ourselves. Something I learned in preparing my remarks for tonight's celebration is that Sakadawa is a time to be especially diligent in our activities, to practice faith well, and to benefit others. Over the last few weeks and months, I've committed to become more diligent in my actions, to educate myself and to listen to and learn from others' experiences to help guide my own actions. So tonight is a perfect reminder of all that we have done as a community to this point, but how we can recommit ourselves to a future that is more equitable for all our residents. Thank you so much for the time to speak. I really appreciate being here, and I can't wait to hear more from every speaker tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mayor Lungo Kun, it's really lovely to have you address and open our interfaith service.
Thank you.
So next, go ahead, Tsereng Ki.
Tanda nga chu thang simbati na tanda di lerum simbati na chilik susu go kachap ki kalom nangre ani thoma de la bayul ku nangba tini yachi shakyameni chechu go choksu khambo brago ya lo choki ani kalom nangre.
Okay, so
he's not in here. He's in waiting room.
Oh no.
Someone give the message. Sound they're on. He's waiting room.
Well, when he gets in, Venerable, when he gets in, we can put him in as soon as he can get in. Hopefully he can get in. So we'll go to the next person on our order, which is Venerable Thich Nhat Hanh. I hope I pronounced your name close. Venerable is the president of the Lumbini Buddhist Temple in Lawrence, Massachusetts.
Lumbini chechu derwa te tangi jiu jaksnangi tanda ta bayu tanda nangbi chechu kambocho pemendu de indikabla Vietnam ge Lumbini chechu go chokso tang kambo Thich Nhat Hanh chokko kalom nangre.
Yes, good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Lumbini Buddhist Temple and on behalf of my teacher, I would like to, it's a great pleasure for me to join the celebration, the special celebration with the Kurukulla Buddhist Center, especially dedicated to those who are infected by the COVID-19. And this is also an opportunity to honor the great teachers. Ever since he came to life, more than 2,500 years ago. He brought the light of enlightenment and showing us a path, a new path to escape from suffering. So I would like to take this opportunity to pray for those who are infected by the COVID-19, as well as those who are impacted by the racist is going on right now over the US and around the world. May the Buddha blessing to every one of us with the health and contentment and faithfulness in our life. And here's a short praying in Vietnamese. I like to dedicate it to this special event. Nguyện ngày an lành đêm an lành, đêm ngày sau thời đều an lành, tất cả các thời đều an lành. Xin nguyện từ bi thương gia hộ, nguyện ngày an lành đêm an lành, đêm ngày sau thời đều an lành, tất cả các thời đều an lành. Xin nguyện từ bi thường gia hộ, nguyện ngày an lành đêm an lành, đêm ngày sau thời đều an lành, tất cả các thời đều an lành. Xin nguyện từ bi thường gia hộ. Nam mô Tiêu Tại Giang Các Tường Bồ Tát. Nam mô Tiêu Tai Giang Các Tường Bồ Tát. Nam mô Tiêu Tai Giang Các Tường Bồ Tát Ma Tát. And once again, thank you for the great opportunity to get in group, a special meeting with the special guests around the city in the state of Boston. Thank you.
Thank you, Venerable, for the Buddhist prayer and your words. Next, just want to check if Venerable Dr. Bhikkhu Pragyolak, did he get into Zoom?
Who?
No, he's not in.
Okay, so then we will continue with Venerable, the Venerable Man Chuan, and I believe a couple of others as well. She is the abbot of the American Wisdom Association in Billerica, Massachusetts, which is a Buddhist temple in the Chinese tradition. Thank you, Venerable.
Tanda number three, Sanzin Nangshimbandi Inaya, Tanda America Massachusetts, Ngadi Kona Yobe, Kurukulla Center, Humir Kangita, Lori, Gishida Jivisi, Jonga, Poda Jivisi, Jonga, the Sakadawa Sichin Jonga, Himalata, Chili Rimigum, Hulam Soshin Batigum, Hulam Sota, Dumbati, Tatalu, name Latinje, any. Chagi gangla tsoshi batere ani delata chilik rimi nangi ta khambo lama chipun apun la sopa mambo phevche ani kalumna ta ani mulam jagadu tanda ge chamdene ani jagi nangteng ge tanda American Wisdom Association shiwan dig nang khamu la ko khambo mantrain sopi kalumna gre.
Perfect.
大家好。
Hello, everyone.
般若寺，释满众，今天那个但愿这次法会功德回向给全世界疫情早日消除。
My name is Manzhong Xu from American Wisdom Temple in Boston. And hope the merit of this gathering can be dedicated to the whole world.
天灾人祸不起，国泰民安。
Sorry.
天灾人
The man-made disaster cannot be happen, and the world is peaceful.
阖家幸福、快乐、健康。
Family is happy and healthy.
全世界同胞团结一致，达成共抗疫情。
The whole world can get united together and to defeat the coronavirus.
不要争论是非，祈求佛菩萨护佑。
Do not
不要争论是非。
and to
安宁。
if
好，谢谢好。现在有代表般若寺四众弟子诵心经，祈求世界和平、国泰民安。
we will read the heart sutra to that for the merit to the whole world.
般若波罗蜜多心经观自在菩萨行深般若波罗蜜多时，照见五蕴皆空，度一切苦厄舍利子娑婆。 一空空不异色，色即是空，空即是色，受想行识。于波罗蜜多时，知是诸法空相，不生不灭，不垢不净，不增不减，是故空。 无色无受想行识，无眼耳鼻舌身意无声香味触法，无眼界乃至无意识界，无我名也，无名尽，乃至无老死亦无老死尽。 无苦尽灭道，无智亦无得亦无所得，故菩提萨埵依般若波罗蜜多，故心无挂碍，无挂碍故有恐怖眼泪颠倒梦想就。 涅槃三世诸佛耶，般若波罗蜜多故，得阿耨多罗三藐三菩提，故知般若波罗蜜多。 大神咒是大明咒是无上咒是无等等咒，能除一切苦难。 是不虚空说般若波罗蜜多咒地所咒，揭谛揭谛般若揭谛般若僧揭谛菩提。呀小三藏多烦恼，愿多。 小
Thank you so much for chanting the Heart Sutra. It's very, very moving.
Tuji chena. Ani ta tanda di jeni zu mutune tanda kalotang ani mulam soyate tanda Islamic Culture Center shiwaga kachi apun Muhammad Hasan Waris chakni kalong nangrendu.
Okay, so let me introduce the next speaker, because it sounds like you introduced the Imam. So we are delighted to have Imam Hasan Waris with us this evening. The Imam has joined us, I think, many times for the Sakadawa Interfaith service at Kurukulla Center. Usually we're in a big tent in the backyard, and we're delighted that he can join us again here online. Imam.
Hello, assalamu alaikum, and peace be upon all of you. It's my pleasure to be here again this time of remembering our Buddhist leader in Sakadawa, and it's a pleasure to meet all of you once again, our new mayor here, and from my side, I just like to say a few words. Every year we meet to recognize the other faiths, followers, their religious freedoms. But I think we should do more, because we see a lot of things going on in our country and other countries. And it's because of less knowledge and less tolerance. So we have to teach ourselves, our faith members, our communities, how to tolerate others, how to respect others, other faith, beliefs, traditions, and cultures. And through these kind of gatherings, we can do more. So with these few words, I will recite some part of Quran, I translate, and then at the end, few words of blessings. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم إن الله عليم خبير. صدق الله العظيم. This is one of the verses of Quran. It says, "O mankind, we created you from one pair of male and female, Adam and Eve. وَجَعَلْنَاكُمْ شُعُوبًا وَقَبَائِلَ, and we made you into different tribes and nations. لِتَعَارَفُوا, so that you can recognize each other." Basically, what God says that He made us in different color and belong to different tribes and nations just to recognize each other. And then it says, "Inna akramakum 'indallahi atqakum." Verily, most respected in the sight of God amongst you are the one who are more devoted to the gods. Inna Allaha alimun khabir. Verily, God knows what you do, and He is aware of everything. With these translations, few words of blessings and the supplication. Well, God, you are so merciful. You are so powerful. Oh God, we ask you to bless us, to bless our city, our state, our country, United States of America, and the whole world. Oh God, please forgive us. Help us to stay away from all kind of evil and wrongdoings. Oh God, we ask you to help us and guide us to the right path, the path of those on whom you favor, not the path of those who gone astray. Oh God, we ask you to help us respect each other, know each other, love each other, and have faith in each other so that we can be one strong nation and a strong neighbors. Oh God, save us, save the humanity, those who are suffering, especially from COVID-19. Oh God, save them, their life, and have mercy upon us, have mercy upon the entire whole world, oh God. Ameen. وما علينا إلا البلاغ المبين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Imam Waris, for your recitation of the Quran and also for your blessing and your prayer. It's very powerful.
Thank you.
Our next distinguished guest is Venerable Dr. Bhikkhu Pragyalok, Abbot, founder, and president of the International Shakyamuni Buddha Vihara and Vipassana Center. This is in Lynn, Massachusetts. Oh, and he's from Nepal, correct?
Yes.
So ani tanda samdene ngatu tanda bayuti namba yachi shokyamani chi so kambu bragalo chaki kalutang ani mulan songre.
Can you make unmute? That's good. That's good.
Now can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to him, the blessed one, the exalted one, the fully enlightened one. Happy Sakadawa to everyone. Dear Venerable Geshe Tenle, the abbot of Kurukulla Center and organizing committee of Sakadawa celebration, Honorable Mayor of Medford City, Venerable monk brothers of Theravada Sangha, Mahayana Sangha, Vajrayana Sangha, and Interfaith Reverend brothers of Hindu, Christian, Catholic, Islam, and Judaism. So it is a great occasion to celebrate the Buddha's birth, Buddha's enlightenment, and the Buddha's final passing away. Whenever we talk about the Buddha celebrations once in a year, we celebrate these three great occasions of the life of the Buddha. So I would like to recite the stanza, the message of the Buddha for the humankind. Sabba papasa akaranang kusalasa upasappada tacit Sachitta pariyo dapanang etang buddhana sasananti. So this is the one of the great messages of the Buddha. In the Pali, it says, Sabba papa sakaranang, not to do any evil. Sabba papa sakarana, not to do any evils. Kusalas upasampada, but to cultivate the wholesome deeds. Sachitta pariyodapanang, and cultivate one's mind. Etang buddhana sasanang. This is the teachings of all the Buddhas. So therefore, we as a human beings who have the ability to understand what is good, what is not good, what is right, what is not right. So therefore, for the sake of mankind, we have to be kind and compassion, not only oneself, but also the whole beings in the world. So as we celebrate once in the year the life of the Buddha, especially Kurukulla Center organizing this interfaith, inviting not only Buddhist brothers and sisters, but also from the different faiths. This is a very great to come together and celebrate like this. So it is also very important to keep in the mind as a Buddhist practitioners, what the Buddha has given to us simplified precepts, the moral life. It is called a Panchasila in Pali word, 5 precepts. So I briefly like to mention these 5 precepts. What are the 5 precepts that we have to put into in our daily life? Very first one is not to, I observe the precept abstaining from killing. So this is to have the loving kindness towards all the beings. The very first one. The second one, not to steal. That is not belong to oneself. So therefore, we love whatever the belongings to ourselves. So therefore, if we love something that belongs to oneself, others also the same thing. Therefore, for the social harmony, we have to respect like that. So we should not steal, we should not take any thing that not belong to oneself and take anything by force. The third one is to have the sensual, not to misconduct our 5 senses. That is also kame sumichachara, that is in the Pali word, not to have the misconduct of our senses. If we do the misconduct of our eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body, that will be very miserable. Therefore, this is the third one that we have to keep in our virtue. And the fourth one is also very important for the social harmony. That is about not to tell lie. So if we tell lie, if we talk a very harsh speech, if you talk unnecessary thing, that will be not peaceful for oneself and not peaceful and harmonious for the others. So therefore, the fourth one is also very important in our daily life. And the fifth one, of course, not to take any intoxication, drug and so on. Because of this, problem. Lot of people are facing very difficult situations. Long time ago, I was doing a meditation, instructing meditation in the jail. When I was talking about most of the people who were in prison, they talk about what they have broken, this one of the 5 precepts. So therefore, if somebody or in our society keep these 5 precepts, then we will not face any difficult situation like that. So I don't want to keep on talking long time, and I wish Venerable Geshe and the members of Kurukulla Center and the committee of the Sakadawa organizing committee. And so we also pray for all the beings who are suffered due to this COVID-19. And we also pray for all the doctors, all the nurses, all the healthcare workers, not only in the United States, but also all over the world, because of their strength, because of their dedication, selflessly helping those who are suffering due to this COVID-19. So therefore, this is a very good moment and a very good occasions to remember all of them in our prayer. And may everyone in the world, all the beings be good health, happiness, peace, and prosperity, and very peace. And so thank you so much. This is all from me. And so see you next time to celebrate Sakadawa again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Venerable. Yes, you have come many times for the Sakadawa celebration. We very much appreciate that, and also the recitation from the sutras and explanation. So next in our program tonight, we have Venerable Sogan Rinpoche, who is the teacher and spiritual director at Upton Osel Chuling in California. And I think this is our first interstate speaker. So Venerable Sogan Rinpoche, thank you and welcome.
Tanda namba tse sansing nan shimban di chilo ni tong ni shilo la ta zama chi yung merji ni la ta dapsu chimbo tepche name ge di cho de la ani tanda America ga Massachusetts nga di na te ji chi yo pe tanda Kurukulla poji nang ten chi cho ngi ne cho shimba ge ta lo ri ge chida shiwe chi cho nga ge ning kha chili rimi ge molam chha damba de re 아니 참드네다 단다 저 캘리포니아 그냥 라틴지 시요바 냥미 체초 투텐 본다운데 리스포 캘리포니아 라틴지 시요비 냥미 체초 투텐 오슬 치랑 그런지 소견 좀 붙이 저기 갈록당 아니 몰람 송그래
저기 왜 넘버서
고기
Everyone hear me?
Yes, yes.
Ninja Jimbo Zodani Yang Roni Malam Jimbo Nabyada Kagaradana Zandu Jermodo Tumba Tuji Janla Janza Lo Dada Mini Mamane Zoda Mini Mamane Zoda Dada Mini Mamane Dada Mini Mamane Zoda Devara Java Cheku Janda Dong Gordon Kuti Zadam Yanganda Chejin Zanjo Zambo Jindawa Tenda Kunara Dazo dear respected spiritual masters, dignitaries, brothers and sisters. First, I would like to begin by offer you my warmer greetings and tashitalis to you all. I am very honored and happy to be joining with you this special occasion. On this, the 15th day of the 4th month of the lunar calendar, Sakadawa, followers of the Buddha celebrate the Shakyamuni Buddha's birth, enlightenment, and parinirvana. Special occasion. As Buddhists, we believe the effects of positive thoughts and deeds to be significantly increased at this time. In keeping with the auspiciousness of the time, Venerable Geshe Ngawang and the Kurukulla Center in Boston, USA, have arranged for us together to take a moment for reflection and prayer, something most welcome and what is becoming increasingly troubled world. We may be from different backgrounds, religious and spiritual traditions, but we all have a single goal: the spiritual and temporal well-being of all. His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama often says, indeed, one of his 4 commitments is to further religion's harmony in the world. As followers of His Holiness, I too feel that all the spiritual traditions have a similar message of better humanity and the meetings such as this, particularly as times of hardship are incredibly relevant and useful to us all. All beings, from the mightiest and the most powerful humans to the tiniest of insects, wishes for comfort and happiness. None wanted to experience discomfort and pain. Nevertheless, it is the nature of existence for us to experience both. And it is the times of trouble and distress that people turn to spiritual pursuit, speaking advice and comfort, a panacea to us, their discomfort. Spiritual people, teachers, and the leaders, it is essential that we not only offer comforting words and advice, but we see the example and show the benefits of genuine spiritual practice through our entire being. The spiritual pursuits or paths we follow must necessarily bring about sense of inner contentment, comfort, peace, and well-being. For those are the very benefits we experience, which have led us to devote our lives to spiritual practice. These qualities should be reflected in the lives we lead. Of our many various activities, that all contemplation and prayer is common to us all. We all pray for temporary and ultimate welfare of our mother sentient beings, for peace. I feel gather such as this, where regardless of our different spiritual backgrounds and the traditions, we come together as fellow humans, brothers and sisters, to pray for the well-being of all and for peace and harmony in the world. This is extremely important. They allowed us to demonstrate to the world as whole the qualities we speak of: mutual tolerance, understanding, brother and sisterhood. They show how, regardless of caste, race, gender, spiritual lineage, or tradition, we can all come together and work together for the common good of all. Also, we are now collectively praying for peace in the world. In this will, I believe, a very positive effect around the world. I hope there will be many more conferences such as these, meetings to help share the both local and global peace and well-being. Thank you very much for your attention. Tuji.
Thank you very much, Rinpoche, for your words, inspiring words. Next, we have the distinguished guest, Venerable Priya Rakat Shraman. He's the Buddhist chaplain at Tufts University. Tufts University is the school here in Medford, Massachusetts. And Venerable is from Bangladesh, and he is going to give a few words next.
단다단디 참드네 아주 단다 치츠고 요사그 medford 종친나 요조고 Tufts Law Hoptagan Nangchuge gegen Bangladesh Neimbagi Gilhung Priya ani Rakit Srameng ani Kaluptang Mulam Sungre. Nabatse tanda Zishimbandi na tanda Jachi Chilig Jimig tanda Sakadawa Ginkar Mulam Tire.
Thank you so much. Happy Sakadawa to all of you. Thank you to Geshe Tenle, thank you to Wendy and to Sering for organizing this, and to all my friends and leaders from different faith traditions. It's nice to see all of you here to celebrate the Buddha's birth, enlightenment, and lifelong services together with all of you. And when I remember the Buddha's birth, enlightenment, and his teachings, when we celebrate this event, what I remember is that when he was alive, the Buddha was addressing suffering and finding freedom from suffering through proper knowledge and wisdom through practice. And when we read his teachings, we see that the Buddha was against different forms of social injustice, which is also another source of suffering for a lot of us. And thinking about the Buddha's birth, enlightenment, and celebrating his life at this very moment now, what I remember is, what comes to my attention is that one form of social injustice that we see around us is racial injustice, people being discriminated because of the color of their skin. So I think as we celebrate the Buddha's birth and his teachings, we need to learn to address this serious issue with proper awareness and understanding, following Buddha's example of pursuing right knowledge and freedom. My hope is that may we not discriminate amongst people because of their skin color. May we all help our communities to live with freedom and without fear from each other. Having that in my mind and hoping that everyone who has been affected by COVID-19 may recover very soon, I'm going to recite an English translation of Buddha's discourse on loving friendliness. Whatever living beings there may be, whether they are weak or strong, omitting none, the great or the mighty, medium, short or small, the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away, those born and to be born, may all beings be happy. Let none deceive another or despise any being in any state. Let none through anger or ill will wish harm upon another. Even as a mother protects with her life her child, her only child, so with a boundless heart should one cherish all beings, radiating kindness over the entire world, spreading upwards to the skies and downwards to the depths, outwards and unbounded, freed from hatred and evil. May all beings be happy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Venerable, very much for reciting those words of loving kindness and for your other thoughts and for joining us here. For those people who are new to the broadcast, this is the Sakadawa Interfaith celebration. This is the seventh time that we've done it. Usually we're in a tent in the back garden at Kurukulla Center. And then this year, because of the pandemic and everybody's life has changed, Geshe Tenli said, let's do it by online. And so here we are, and we're really happy that so many people have joined us. So our next distinguished guest is Dinesh Dungal. He is a Hindu priest at the Pashupati Bodha Foundation here in Massachusetts. So thank you very much, Dinesh Dungal, and looking forward to your contribution.
Thank you so much.
Oh, and then we just do the Tibetan first.
Tanda number say tatung sanzig nangshin band kula poje nangten humnir kang tanda ta kojuk shu yo go lori rig ta poda shri si chonga ge ninka chilig rimi ge mulam soshin ba te talo naim la tenje taji ko chigo chuma te re ani samdne ta tanda hindu ge chepon Danish dongal choki kaluk tang ani mulam songre.
Thank you. Thanks again this year, everybody. It's a great honor to me to be in this platform. Honorable guest, Mayor of Medford City, other gurus, saints, and other masters. This is our great opportunity by Kurukulla Center again this year to have this Buddha's birthday ceremony also, and the Sakadawa festival. This whole world is having the pandemic. That's why we're having this festival in online. So in this occasion, I would like to again chant the universe sound of universe, the Om sound, for a minute, and then I'll chant the Santis, the peaceful mantras in Sanskrit. Let's do the Om mantra. You can do the Gyan Mudra. This is the Gyan Mudra, and you can put your hand in the knees and then chant the universe sound of God, Om. So let's sing this word, the Om again. Om. Santihi, Santihi, Santihi. Hari Om Devhu Santihi, Rantarikchagu Santihi, Prithvi Santihi, Rapaha Santihi, Rokhadaya Santihi, Vanaspataya Santihi, Visvedeva Santihi, Brahma Santihi, Sarvaguna Santi, Santireva Santi, Sama Santiredi. In order to be peace, everything in the world should be in peace. All the environment should be in peace, all the fires should be in peace, all the forests should be in peace, all air should be in peace, all devas, the goddess should be in peace. So without those pieces, we cannot have the peace. We are the side of the God. So everything should be peace, and then we can get the peace. That's it for today. I hope this pandemic will go away and we'll all have the same time again, and we can freely go into the world again. Thanks. Thank you very much.
Dinesh, thank you so much for resounding the Oms, the universal sound, and also for chanting the Shantis, the peace. Very beautiful. Next, I would like to welcome Lama Kunchok Sonam from the Drikung Meditation Center here, also in a Boston suburb, Arlington, Massachusetts. Venerable is from the Drikung Kagyu lineage of Buddhism in Tibet. And Lama Sonam, we have very close relationship. He has been our friend from the moment he arrived in Boston. We're just down the road from one another. So thank you so much, Lama Sonam, for joining us tonight.
Nambati tanda tatong zgishin bandi Kurukulla Center Kangi Kodik Nawi Lori Sakadawa Sichin Chonga Nima Chilik Rimi Mulam Soshin Batere Tebu Gonda Tanda Chitsung de Nesa met for Tonchik Sichab Mixer Kandula Pevioba Masa Yishu Dang Nangba Ani Kachi Jula Sopa Guta Popun Dang Chipun Apun Ani Kampo Lama Rumbuchi Mambo Nyamshi Cheche Tanda Naim Gitalam Bulam Sonch Badere Ani Samdene Tandata Ari Massachusetts Ngade Gna Denji Yopin Japon Chits of Lama Kumchuk Sonam Nochi Kalok Tang Ani Bulam Songre.
Touch the number Lenge, Sang the Well.
Yeah.
Top gear to Shagir, so change to Jibomba, Sergei Rombo, the Jive, Shagir, Wishala, Kuja, Torji, the Leonardo, the moment of Tradition, the Zave Lama, the Lama, the Chujon, so wonderful, that you change law. So everyone, wonderful to see you again. And this organized, my dear friend Keshila, just Wendy introduced the same as we are very close physically and maybe 12 minutes away. And spiritually, we're always very close. And likewise with brother, we always just teamwork. This is vision to making together Buddhism and non-Buddhism together. And the many years in Buddhism, non-Buddhism gathering again. But right now, there's the social distant condition. I'm right now in the car. So my car is becoming in the holy temple with the celebration here in a wonderful way. So right now, of course, we always, Buddhism or non-Buddhism, the goal is peace. And right now, peace is a very, very important needs. So that's why we need Buddha celebration is very important. Buddha came to this earth more than 2,500 years or near 2,600 years. And there's so many logics, so many debate. But the Buddha's teaching is no debate because the Buddha based of his experience, a day-to-day life, what is the best for the humanity? How do we protect the environment? How do we live in the side by side? And his own experience, and he never orders, say, if you not believe, you will go to different place. If you will take this, my advice, I will take you to heaven. Is not the case. Buddha is always the sign of the mind. And see something, reason, Buddha explain different labels, different yanas. So we always gathering to how we can make better. So Buddha's teaching is very rich. So now these days we can share the interfaith is very valuable. we also work side by side. For example, last day before, and the people in the United States, the difficulty things. So I was joined part of them, and my knees touching in the ground. I just respect the way to wear in the same. Maybe skin color is a little different, but we looking is no different. Everybody looking peace. Nobody wanted the suffering. Those base of the Buddhist teaching is very profound. So very happy to gathering this Buddhist celebration. And Buddha said, the Buddha said, do not harm any other sentient beings, either physically or mentally, directly or indirectly. So this is the Buddha's essence of the teachings. Of course, Buddha gave 84,000 different types of teaching, but end of the conclusion stage, and try to your best virtues as much as kept to yourself and others. Don't judge to the others. So we call the tantric downfalls. We criticize others' religions, or the believer or non-believer, then the sixth downfall. So we always do respect the others' right. At the same time, we share the Buddha's value and the wisdom, love, and the compassion. Buddhists give the teaching as three principles: the Shila, and the Pranja, and the Samadhi. Those three things are principle wherever we go, and you will east, west, any place this principle works to the whole humanity. So this way we will gatherings, we will thinking this is important. So I think maybe there are not much time. Other people also share more than what I talk. So our dedication to first the world peace, especially including His Holiness the Dalai Lama and many great teachers for long life. So I will be short dedication for a world peace and the increase the bodhicitta in everyone. Chanjo samjo rembo che maji banam ji juruji ji ba nyamba me ba kone kondo pe wara joy pama samje tamje dedan denjuruji ngendro tamje tado tongbra chanjo samba ganda sarjao deda gunji molom jo wara jo. Thank you.
Thank you, Lama Sonam. And thank you for reminding us that any place can be a holy place if we have our mind set in the right way. And we spend a lot of time in the car, so it's great to be reminded that we can do our prayers anywhere and have a good heart anywhere. So our next distinguished guest is Venerable Chaivana from the Vat Khmer Lowell and Khmer American Cultural Center in Lowell, Massachusetts. This is primarily from Cambodia, based with the Cambodian people there, and we're very honored to have Venerable with us this evening for the Sakadawa Interfaith celebration.
Nambati tanda sanzim nang shiba tatong de ina Kurukulla poji nang ten rumnir kangi koji shui Sakadawi se chonga ganyala yachi chilik rimi bolam thang dambat so shiba de re ani chamdene Cambodia nang bi che chugo gilong chai wana choki en kaluk tang bolam songre.
Hello with loving kindness. To the Bhikkhu Sangha, I ask permission for speak today. And I pay my homage to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. And my highly respect to all members of Sakadawa meeting today. And my name is Wana from Wat Khmer Lowell. I'm representing Cambodia. And that's my great honor to join the meeting today, and it's my first time. I would love to share my speech with all of you today. And as we know that nowadays people face many problems such as COVID-19, racism, violence, and economic crisis, and etc. they are really headache with this trouble. So they live in the hard and hard lives. That's why this remind me that I remember the teaching of the Buddha. He said in Dhammapada, hell is the best gain, contentment is the best wealth, trusty friend is the best kinsman, and nirvana is the supreme bliss. This is the said of the Buddha in Dhammapada, and what that we have to know now is about health is the best gain. When we have a strong health, so we are no worry, no concern, no trouble. But now people really concerned really in the trouble with the COVID-19. And by the way, the word COVID now I can simplify it and use a COVID word to represent the teaching of the Buddha. Like C is about the compassionate mindfulness, which means we have to develop our awareness and be aware all the time, like be mindful what you are doing when you go out or inside. So be aware and protect yourself. So compassionate mindfulness. And O is opportunity, which means you take this opportunity to spend your time by meditate inside your house. Government ban us like we can go out. So take this opportunity, seize it, and then start practice meditation inside your house with your mat, with your family. And we is victory, so which means we have to try to overcome the sickness, to overcome the COVID-19. So not, we try to fight with it. And I, which means inspiration, keep yourself motivated and keep supporting your friend. So when they need your help, you help them by give them your idea or whatever you can. And determination is for and it is a strong willingness to fighting with disease. So we know that this disease is very light and very heavy, but we as a human being, so we try to fight with it. So by this word, and I choose the Dhamma of the Buddha and to change it for release all those suffering and disease with Cambodian, and then I'm going to translate it later. Te atalatia soketa virulaha puthasasane arokiya soketa hotha saha sape he nyate pi ne tang lai tang bora tang satrai no cho ban no prayoj ban no sik dai so cho chamran knong pra puttha sasana cho kom oi mien rok oi ban no sik dai so prom tang nhiet tang lai krop knia. May all creator take advantage of well-being. May all human beings grow up in Buddhism, and may all human beings be free from of sickness and suffering. So this is my word, and for this meeting, I'm really glad, and it's my great honor to join with all of you, and I really satisfied with what you see, and this is very great. And also Sakadawa is I was wondering, so what does it mean before, and now before the meeting started, and then I remember it's the day like Visakha Bochia Day, or sometimes they call Buddha birthday in South Korea, but in Theravada they mostly they call Visakha Bochia Day. We talk about Buddha's birth, enlightenment, and the Buddha passed away. And thank you so much, and this is my still today, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Venerable, for your quote from the Dhammapada and your other teaching and thoughts And yes, Sakadawa in the Buddhist tradition, depending on the school of Buddhism, and it's either Vesak or Sakadawa, and they don't always happen on the full moon, and sometimes Vesak is the month before the full moon. So some years we celebrate the Buddha's birth, enlightenment, and parinirvana twice. So we get double the opportunity. So the next distinguished guest I would like to introduce is Reverend Matthew Rassour. He's the minister at the First Baptist Church in Medford, Massachusetts. Geshe-la is a part of the Medford Clergy Association. So it's a local association of all the clergy and leaders of the various faiths in Medford, our city, just outside of Boston. And we have three guests joining us, and Reverend is the first one, and then we have Pastor Suji and Rabbi David coming up. So they're also our good local friends. So some people are joining us from close by and some from afar. So, thank you, Reverend Matthew.
Nabati tanda thatong san shimbate Kurukulla Pojinantal Humnir Kangi Angatsu da Boda Jivitsi Chonga Sakadawa teaching Kabar Chandela Zamlang the Chili Rimigum Hulam Soso Yopate Tang Dambare Tachidana Sanis Chilik Soso Workasams of the Tsriwarte Talo, only name Latin Taji Gilam Nets of Oshungo and Ere. And it's some the name. Tanda kugi chitsugu saga sane tagaya First Baptist Yishu Chikang Chipun Matthew Research Choki Kaluptang Anim Holam Songre.
Geshe Tinley, Madam Mayor, other dignitaries, it is a profound honor to be among you this evening. I join you tonight celebrating the Sakadawa Festival and giving thanks for the light and enlightenment made known through the path of the Buddha. This week in the liturgical calendar of the Church, many Christians around the world will observe what is called Trinity Sunday. This day celebrates Christianity's most peculiar of teachings, the idea that God is both three and one at the same time. While I know that there are only a few of us here tonight that celebrate such bad math or find it compelling, I would like to share with you an ancient image for what this idea of the Trinity of God might mean. The early thinkers of the Church compared the multi-personhood of God to a dance, the kind of folk dance where everyone joins hands together and dances in a circle. Individuality is retained, but in the magic and mystery of the dance, the three are also one. We, you and I, all have a place in this dance and are able to join in this eternal divine dance. I would like now to share with you the words of a modern hymn about what this eternal dance of God means. It is by the Christian hymn writer, Andrew Pratt. The dance of life is in our bones. It gives life purpose, shape, and form. It challenges our vast concerns and questions each deceptive norm. This cosmic dance inflames each star and gives the supernova light. It fashions ethics and informs each human thought, each human right. This dance, the universal force that brings all living art to be, will never cease or lose its power. This ground of loving certainty. I now offer a prayer appointed for this coming Trinity Sunday from the Christian tradition. Let us pray. God whose fingers sculpt sun and moon and curl the baby's ear. Spirit brooding over chaos before the naming of day. Savior, sending us to earth's ends with water and words. Startle us with the grace, love, and communion of your unity in diversity, that we may live to the praise of your majestic name. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Reverend. And I didn't realize there was bad math within Christianity, even though actually I was brought up Christian, so maybe I just took it for granted. I think there's some bad math in Buddhism as well. So thanks everyone for joining us at this Sakadawa Interfaith celebration here live on Facebook. I dare say we're running a little bit behind time, but oh well, it's too beautiful and valuable to rush. The next distinguished speaker we have is the Venerable Mani Kanto Bhikkhu. He is from the Dhammakaya Meditation Center in Quincy, Massachusetts, from the Thai Buddhist tradition. Quincy, Mass is a little south of Boston, and so also in the local area.
Oh, that's that go na kaina. Thank you na. Lasso, Tantan Namati Sanzing Shimban the Kurukulla Center Lumnir Kangi, Mazu Bodajvisi Chongala, the Sakadawa Tidantene, any Chili Rimig, Mulam Satan Dumbatere, Talo Name Latene, any Talam the Swashing Batere, any that some the name to talent name be Nangba, Tanda Dharma Raya Meditation Center, Kambo Mani Kanto, and Bhikkhu Chokki Kalutang ani mulam songre ani ming de this manda di kala chamne ya fuchi.
Thank you so much. Most venerable all Buddhist schools, guest speakers, all participants, happy Vesak Day, Sakadawa celebration. The appearance of the Lord Buddha is similar to the sun rises and shines the light to our beings without any bias. He was born to benefit and make all sentient beings be happy. With his guiding, has shown us the path to Nirvana. Vesak is the day marking the birth, enlightenment, and passing away of the Buddha, which according to traditional accounts all occur on the full moon day, the 6th lunar month of Vesak Day, Sakadawa. It is good story and inspire us to pursue the perfections by following him. He is the greatest master in the world ever. On behalf of the MCB, Dhammakaya Meditation Center, Boston, we are pleased to be a part of this auspicious occasion with Kurukulla Center live on Zoom. Thank you very much, Venerable Geshe Tenli, for your invitation. So now we will perform a short Theravada Buddhist chanting. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Gacchami Sanghang Saranang Gacchami Tutiyampi Buddhang Saranang Gacchami Tutiyampi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami Tutiyampi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami Tatiyampi Buddhang Saranang Gacchami Tatiyampi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami Tatiyampi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami Iti piso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vichacharana sampanno sukhato lokavitu anuttaru purisa dhamma sarati sattva manut sanang buddho bhagavati savaka bhagavata dhammo santitiko akariko ehipasiko manayiko pacata vedita ko vinyo hiti supatipanno bhagavato sāvaka saṅgho ucupatipanno bhagavato sāvaka saṅgho yāyapatipanno bhagavato sāvaka saṅgho samīcipatipanno bhagavato sāvaka saṅgho yatithang cattari purisa yukani purisa pokhalale sabhagavato sāvaka saṅgho ahunayo pahunayo akinayo anjali karaniyo anuttara punyaketang lokasati. May this peace be with you all. Happy Sakadawa Day.
Thank you so much, Venerables, for that chanting. And it's lovely that 4 of you were able to chant from your temple this evening. So the next distinguished guest we have is from the Vietnamese tradition of Buddhism, Thich Tam Hai. He's the abbot and president of Tuong Van Buddhist Temple in Lowell, Massachusetts, which is about 45 minutes perhaps from our temple in Medford. And just to let new people know who've jumped on Facebook, this is the Sakadawa 7th annual celebration, interfaith celebration. And we're so honored, and it's been already so incredible, the sharing and the prayers and the blessings, and to hear from the different traditions. So we're a little over halfway through the program. We'll run a bit over, but I hope people can stay with us.
Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Dear the Sangha, thank you, the Master, and Abbot live in the Medford, Kurukulla Center. Today I'm very happy and pray with every body, and it is the Buddha birthday, and thank you. The Master sent a letter advice of me that come in a Zoom and talk with everybody. You know, in the coronavirus, and all the temple and the clothes and activity and stop and share Dharma in by online. So today we can pray the breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, you can an hour and pray for everybody dead from the coronavirus. You know, the 100,000 in the people that dead, and near the 2 million people that negative for the coronavirus in the United States. So we can for in just 1 minute and breathe in and out and pray for them going to the Pure Land. Breathing in and send a message, the pray the Buddha and the Dharma and the Sangha, and take the field. They take the field in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. Again, take the field. The Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, that they go to the Pure Land for them. In and out, the pray for them. And the net, we can hear for the room in the room the before the pray pray for ceremony in the Vietnamese. You hear that one? You hear it?
Yes.
More than anything today.
Nguyện ngày an lành đêm mang ngày lành đêm ngày cháu thời điều an lành tất cả các thời điều an lành xin nguyện từ bi gia hộ. Nam mô thập phương thượng trụ tam bảo tác thầy chứng minh ngưỡng nguyện tam bảo mười phương thủy từ gia người đương lâm trọng bình sớm vượt qua người đang nhiễm bị tai nạn chết corona virus hoàn hành đến từ vụ hãng cháy ngưỡng nguyện đức Phật từ bi phận quang tiếp độ chư hùng về hương linh. Nam mô Chân Minh Sư Bồ Tát, Nam mô Chân Minh Sư Bồ Tát, Nam mô Chân sư Bồ Tát Ma Tát nguyện từ quyến Phật xin nguyện chúng sinh thề theo đạo cải phát lòng con thương từ bi pháp xin nguyện chúng sinh thấu rõ kinh tạng trí tuệ như biển từ bi tăng xin nguyện chúng sinh thông lý đại chúng hết thảy không ngại nguyện đem công đức này hướng về khắp tất cả đệ tử và chúng sinh đều trọn thành Phật đạo. Nam mô Sakyamuni Buddha, dear the Sangha, and dear friend, and thank you, our boss, master, he a friend me. Thank you, everybody watching, and thank you, body, and pray today in a coronavirus for in the ceremony, and you can go online by Zoom, and thank you everyone, and especially and again, and thank you our boss in Kurukulla the center. I prayed for you in 108 years. Okay. Are you here?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and 100 year, and everybody is same with our boss in the Guru. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Venerable. It was really beautiful, the bowl and the chanting music that you played. It was very moving, I found. So next on our program, we have a distinguished guest joining us from the West Coast, Ken Rinpoche Champa Dengpao. He is the abbot of the Sakya Monastery in Seattle, Oregon. He's representing the Sakya tradition of Tibetan Buddhism here as we do our Interfaith Sakadawa celebration online this year. Thank you so much for joining us, Rinpoche, and Sitting will translate first.
Tanda number 2 그 산직낭 시반데 ngazu kurukulla pojinang ten lomnir khangi okay kodo onda tanda number 3 산직낭 시반데 kurukulla pojinang ten lomnir khangi ta lori rig ngazu poda jibe chi chonga ge nimala Sakadawa ge tichu ta tenche chilig rimi ge ani yachi mulam chi cho shimbate la zote chino konsa kyamgo yawaram bochi chokko thki tamcha khagle ani jamlang gnang ge chilik phansin thinje chi gwa ge gomba samu ti gi jisi chi che chilo ni ton chubjilo ne go chi che mulam de choyo pa tan talu thang dumba de ndu ta naim la tene talu cha thne tan da chogo chunga de ani di mula na ba si sans nawate tan da vinnam gnang ba Tibetan Buddhist chechogo choksu tang khambo thak tham hai khore ani ta chamdne tanda ngachu siachana tenji shiopi sakya gomba khan ro bochin jampal tam phe choki kaluk tang ani mulam songre
Kanzu goni zo chetamze sajandalla kambad bone nganan jitin dan chuchu som techen khibachela shansalo temba tuji chanda tagana yi kansyang chim chulaya kijang en tong gone tre pejon namden ke kurukule chiso ke ninzi Lama Gesing on Chilencho, Tagana Shinke, Soshon Batsri, she, then wandering cho number CV, Dragon Deke, Sakadawa Sabajonga Ke, Aranso Chatola, Chaja Tetong Tone, Temba Tuji Chenji, Kunchumbata, Yangelendeba, Sonchiba Sanke, Tishan Chebacha Telia, Ringat Sama, Nyonzon Chechi Yabante, So Consajarum Chinchoke, Lomon Rilia, Gonye, Chibana Shabatige, Tuji Dachinjig Tulangazo, Three Nyonzon Chuala, Nizi Shuye, the Jiri Peke Tulat Samalola, Tashi Deleta, Sondri Shubio. First, I would like to very specially homage to your Buddha Dhamma Sangha and also great root guru, His Holiness 40 Dalai Lama, any lineages for gurus. Also specially thank you for event organized to Kurukulla Buddhist Center for resident for Geshe Chile, and was also help for attending Tsirichi and also one day. Also today we all venerers and also lay practitioners, we together pray for dedication to all religious, non-religious. So I would like to all of you, thank you for this joy. Especially this day, very especially all of you knows Buddha himself, first renunciation, and also Bodhisattva mindfulness, and also here meditated to finally enlightenment there. So we Tibet called today is very special. Whatever your normal practice, mostly today you practice or pray, chant, whatever your dedication to multiple, we Tibet call Bunju Dawa. So this morning, I took Sojong vow from Buddha. Also, secondly, I give to it's all here with our students and also Dhamma friend to the Sojong first day, Sojong vow. Also tomorrow we have a second day, which is called Ngache, the salad. Today very special Sakadawa, we took from Buddha 5 precepts for unit vows, which is only eat to lunch. This lunch also only vegetarian. So no any meats, any others. So tomorrow we are no talking, no eating, no drinking, so silent. But the morning we review from Sojong vow, unit vows for morning 6:30. Then after we 1,000 Shenzi practice rituals, morning 1 times, then afternoon 1 times. This is Tibet called, and as Kabuchachi is means we are celebrate to Buddhism, especially for Sakadawa, for vegetarian day. So I would like to this little bit explanation to this religion. His Holiness always mentioned that religion is different names, but same we are goal, same we are path, same we are enlightenment. So all the time His Holiness mentioned together, face is conversation. Also we are conference that each other lineages knows that we are really not only just name different, but other ones, nothing we point different font. So we are together this for West, celebrate to Buddhas for mostly, of course, the Kurukulla Center said this organized to 70 interfaith, the Sakadawa celebrate. Very happy to see all of you different as religious tradition, a lot of good experience. So we are whatever this celebrate to dedication, all of you tell them before mention, there's a peace and harmonies and also happiness. Also, we are not only this life with dedication to all this for Mother Sentient being become to enlightenment. So that's I just for a little bit share to about for Sakadawa is what is meaning. So then I will be a little bit pray for this very specially today. I pray. They called Dawa de Mindo. Dawa de Mindo is means the moon lamp sutra. There's a word of the truth, the direction of flourishes. Then I choose this for chanted to pray for Tibet. Sanjin Nazi, Zuto Tamchi Sho, Kowanji To, Seto Wesodan, Hachataba, Koton Laila, Sanji Pao de la Shanzalo, Sinjin Den the Daging, Kawa Kongi Shejrta, Dag Dewa Tonai, Temba Yirim Bajichi, Ninge Nebi Chedat, Rango Tsoa Yang Dangwi, Sinje Pumba Shabisha, Temba Yirim Bajichi, Podo Pumun Chumata, Nodo Longchin Hitata. Renje Shangchu Shotongwi, Temba Yirin Bajichi, Dag Sonji Ronsonji, Nienti Pado Madonna, Johnson Talan Cheshipi, Temba Yirin Bajichi, Kabrashiva Tamada, Dunga Natsu Nyonjerji, Shangchu Tende Tizrawi, Temba Yirin Bajichi, Dag Tsuru Tuhyuda, Kato Yiri Tenshini, Chuju Sonji Ninchepi, Temba Yirin Bajichi, Zeta Tada Tenshini, Sinche Nyemo Nimai, Sinche Ngezi Shijirbi, Temba Yirin Bajichi, Dange Zendri Tangdembi, Tada Tenji Parone, Sinche Tamche Darenda, Dade Yirin Bajichi, Somden Nanta Zume Dan, Dinza Kangi Shenyeba, Gomba Teti Dagina, Temba Yirin Bajichi, Yishi Denda Dagine, Kata Nada Tenshini, Tenji Toma Nyetembi, Dagi Temban Bajirchi, Zeiji Sharatan, Tsua Yansa Tanjirchi, Yala Nila Tambai, Chizu Nomba Pejirchi, Dange Dibi Sinchena, Shambi Sawa Mishihi, Tipa Sumla Rakepi, Chijin Chedu Jijirchi, Dange Tahi Chubana, Sinche Dange Lidrahi, Yonda Tala Keshibi, China Nomba Pejirchi, Dagi Sinche Dungi, Nyemo Mili Tashini, Dagi Pedi Ponshipa, Anko Yiri Nijiti, Dagu Meti Jenyanta, Tavi Chile Drashihi, Yonda Dala Kechurbi, Danko Tata Kijirchi, Temba Yirin Bajichi, Deta Sachi Shebala, Fata Loba Chevai, Sonji Shamba Nimai, Dojin Chug Nipola, Tesi End Mashawa, Tesi Temba Bajichi. Thank you for this for dedication prayer. Give to opportunity to, I guess, thank you, all of you. This dedication to for His Holiness Great 40 Dalai Lama long life, and all long life great masters, and all of you who are today see our life stream, good health. Also, all this dedication we share to all Mother Sentient being. Thank you.
Thank you, Khenpo Khen Rinpoche, for your words and for reciting from the Moon Lamp Sutra, especially for Tibet, where there is tremendous oppression, as there is in many, many parts of the world, tremendous oppression and lack of freedom. And yeah, of course, just coming together tonight with all the distinguished guests for our Sakadawa Interfaith celebration. This for the 7th time is just all the energy everyone is giving for all the various unrest in the world and the dangers of the pandemic. Is just really creating incredible energy that I hope everyone is appreciating. And thank you to everyone on Facebook for joining us. So the next distinguished guest we have is back to the East Coast. We have Reverend Huno Kim. She is the teacher at the One Buddhism Center here in Boston, and this is a tradition of Buddhism that comes from Korea. So welcome.
Nambatsi tanda zishimbandi.
You're good.
Okay. Nambatsi tanda sanzig nang shimbandi na Kurukulla Center Lumnir Kangita Ngatuluri Rigo Podaji Chonga Ginimala the Jachi Chilig Rimi Tone Hulam Soyo Batire Talutang Dumbata ani Naim Latine Talam Ganit Sogo Jones Batire ani Chita inata tanda Yushu Nangba Kachi ani Bun the Chilig Rimig Hopun Apun Chipun Ani Lama Kambo Rumbuchi Mambuchi Danjishu Nangshingi Peptum Duinaya Chigdi Tanda Pojin Nang Ting Jonang Jashi Chilang Chizo Kambo Pidurji Chola Ani Tanda Jalam La Jon Jonje Ani Peptukumindu Ani Tanda Samdene Koreagi Korea Tanda Nangba One Buddhism of Boston Seag Chizo Gunz Huno Kim ani di Kaloptang Hulam Songre.
Good evening. Thank you so much for organizing this beautiful occasion every year and inviting all of us. It is such an honor and joy for me to join tonight and share a few words with you to celebrate the birth and enlightenment of the Buddha Shakyamuni. Humanity is now going through a most difficult and life-challenging time. The globe is frozen economically, socially, and psychologically due to COVID-19. Fear is spreading as an inner form of pandemic. It shatters our well-being from within. If the Shakyamuni Buddha, King of Wisdom, were to encounter such a critical moment of uncertainty and disaster as we are now facing, what insight and decisions do you think he would offer to guide us through this time of suffering? I think he would remind us that every result has its own cause. The universe consists of no exceptions. Contemplate deeply the root cause of this suffering. Know that consciously or unconsciously, we have created everything and created it together. We must accept the result humbly, whether it is sweet or bitter. Don't be sad and frustrated by the result. Nothing is permanent. Everything changes. If you find something that was done before in a wrong way, simply work to correct it. That is all we need to do. The possibility for a new cause is always open to us. You can anytime create a new life or world to meet your hopes and expectations. We sow and we harvest. Life wants to keep moving on and on, creating layers of experience. Be free and brave enough to sail the ocean of cause and effect, along with right understanding and right practice. We are so lucky to have taken refuge in the Buddha, who mastered human life with uncanny wisdom and compassion. The spirit by which we appreciate and celebrate the birth and enlightenment of the Shakyamuni Buddha is also the very light of hope for our age, not only for our survival, but also for our spiritual prosperity on earth. Let us be united in reviving and reliving the spirit of the Buddha. We are Buddhas of our age. That is our vocation. Let us move forward in unity, regardless of religion, tradition, or school. As we awaken the truth of oneness in all, the truth of all in oneness, and the power of right choice in action, let us make this awakening our gift and Buddha offering to celebrate today. May all of you be well, in peace and health. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Reverend Kim. That was very, very beautiful, and to remind us that nothing is permanent, everything is changes. That's the one guarantee in life, and that we need to come together in unity. Very beautiful message. Thank you. Our next distinguished guest here for the Sakadawa Interfaith Festival celebration online is Reverend or Pastor Suji Han. She's the pastor at the First Community United Methodist Church here in Medford, Massachusetts. As I mentioned before, she is a part of the Medford clergy. Since Kurukulla Center moved to Medford, Massachusetts 20 years ago, and we were able to buy a building. And at that time, when our previous teacher, Geshe Tsolga, was guiding us, he was invited immediately to join the pastors and the reverends, the clergy association. So it's just been a wonderful tradition that we've had that local unity and coming together. So welcome, Pastor, and we'll just let Sering Ki translate.
Tanda nambatsi tatong zishibandi na Kurukulla Bojinantan Humir Kangi Lori Richida Bodaji Jonga to Sakadawa Lani Chili Rimi Gutone Molam Soshambati Tang Dembati Talo name Latine Taram the Soshambati Re Ani Tamdene Tanda First Community United Methodist Church Seag Yishu Chupun Ani Suji Khan Choki Holam Tang Ani Kalum Nangre.
Good evening. It is my honor to be with you all tonight. The prayer I would like to invite you to join is written by the Reverend Diane Boissier. Reverend Boissier is a leading clergywoman of the United Methodist Church, and she is one of very few African-American chaplains at the Church Center for the United Nations, an interfaith hub located in the UN. This prayer is published to provide a healing message for those who are suffering from the coronavirus and related consequences. Holy One, we come to you in this moment of uncertainty and uncharted territory, facing this unprecedented global pandemic. Amid universal fear, panic, confusion, and anxiety, please remind us that you are the God that calmed the storm and made the winds to cease. We cry out to you. Hear us, O God of peace. Master Physician, there are millions now in desperate need of your healing touch. Look now upon those who are at highest risk, those who have been exposed to COVID-19, and those who are seeking testing or immediate medical attention. Hear us, O God, our healer. All-seeing God, look upon those who are now living in isolation, those who must be separated from loved ones for safety reasons, those who are single and or without support systems, the disabled, those who are already living with mental disease, emotional and psychological disorders, those who are poor and already do not have access to health care or social services. Help them know that social distancing does not mean social disconnection. Help us be the community that we seek. Hear us, O God of mercy. Loving God, hear the cries of those who have lost loved ones to this virus or other ailment and cannot postpone their grief, but must refrain from gathering in order to care for the living, even while mourning their beloved who have died. Hear us, O God of comfort. God of justice, safety, and care, we pray for all medical professionals, caregivers, researchers, teachers, first responders, law enforcement, school officials, those making decisions about fighting the new coronavirus. For the small business owner, the hourly wage worker, the uninsured, the undocumented, and all those who will feel the economic impact of this pandemic on every level. Inspire those in position to develop better tests to diagnose the virus, vaccines to prevent it, and protocols and communication to eliminate the spread. May empathy be our guide. Hear us, O God of protection and grace. Liberating God, remind us that we are still on the journey with you. Restore our hope, renew our joy, and give us your strength. Hear us, O God of grace. Amen. Thank you.
Pastor Suji, thank you very much for that powerful prayer and just really helping us remember and pray deeply. The pandemic has had such a huge impact on everyone in so many different ways. So really appreciated all your words. And our next distinguished guest, we're nearing towards the end of our program. 3 more guests, and then we have our most distinguished guest, His Eminence Kyabji Ling Rinpoche. So I hope everyone can hang in there with us here for our 7th annual Sakadawa Interfaith celebration, being hosted by Kurukulla Center in Boston, and inspired by His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and dedicated especially for all those affected by COVID, which is the entire world, but especially those who have been under a lot of suffering during this time. So our next guest is Geshe Tenzin Wangyal Rinpoche. Geshe-la is from the Ling Mincha International organization, and I believe he's joining us from the Blue Ridge Mountains in Virginia, so on the east coast of the United States, but more south, more hot and humid. And Geshe-la represents the Bön tradition from Tibet. Thank you, Geshe-la.
Nabatse tata tatong zigshimbandi Kurukulla poji nangtan lumnir kangi loriri go poda jiri tse jonga gnyalata Sakadawa tata tunche chilig rimi go tone molam tsoshimbadi dalu thang dumba yimba ta naim latene ani tanda chalam ta tsoshimbade tanda chi chane molam ta tanda mixe kundu danji shu jo Simni shi parola ani lerim dinjik dom gudu ina di baron ne yang sutanda sanken namba sumutu ne jiba ina kyabji ling rumbochi pebje ani muksegi kalupchi du ani da samde ne nga zu gechi ling mikil homir kanga gumzen ta ponki gishe ani tenzo wanje rumbochi choki kalup tang molam songre.
Hello. Greetings to everybody. I am very honored to be here with such a special occasion with the beautiful people from all faiths, background from all the faith. And I really appreciate this organizing, the effort by Geshe-la, Geshe Ngawantile-la, and Kurukulla Meditation Center to bring all the different faiths together, unifying and sharing the prayer together. I think this is what the world absolutely needs at this moment. And as a special occasion of Sakadawa, so as everybody mentioned, is the Buddha's birth, Buddha's enlightened awakening moment and the passing away. So this is, I think socially, it's a time for all of us to awake, because we all are, seems like getting so much used to some sense of all this negativity, divisions, discriminations, a lack of equality in the society. And we all know this moment after the coronavirus effect, but also like George Floyd's horrible death, which is also kind of awoke everybody's awareness, brought a lot of attention to it, which is, I think, some sense, I feel that we all have, as a human, we all have some sense of undermining each other, discriminating each other, this quality of biasness, which is always, some degree it's always there, but when it becomes extreme, then this is what happened in the society. It's a tragedy. So I think it's His Holiness Dalai Lama always emphasizing on oneness of humanity. I think this is, and oneness of religion. Religious discrimination, it's not good. And racial discrimination is not good. So I think this all needed to be somehow, I don't know if it will ever end completely, but we are so far still to go to minimize these. So I would like to, sing this prayer from our tradition, which is Father Matthew, I think it's earliest, spoke about the Trinity. So it's a little bit like that. It's the Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya, 3 kayas praise with the 3 syllables song, which I would like to dedicate to to all the people who have suffered one way or the other from the COVID-19, and also people who have suffered racial discrimination. And as a Tibetan, we also suffer a lot of suppressions. And so these people who have suffered, and I would like to dedicate to all of them. And I think sometimes it feels like a human, sometimes we get used to the darkness, used to the pain. And if in the beginning of the COVID-19, all the circumstances where everybody's counting how many deaths, how many affected, now everybody's kind of stopped thinking about it. Because now if you look, the number is almost close to 6,700,000 people are affected, and close to 400,000 worldwide deaths, and 188 countries are involved, suffering. And sometimes we get used to it because it's not our father, it's not our mother, it's not my brother, it's not my family, but it is somebody's father, somebody's child, somebody is being discriminated. I think there is clearly this sense of unity and oneness in humanity is what I think we all are here, and I pray for that unity and oneness. And the mantra that we're going to sing here is I would like everybody to remain silent, and I feel the silence is the door for everybody to that higher self. So if you allow yourself to fully rest in the silence, and through that silence, open yourself and connect to everybody else as a human, oneness on humanness, this unity. So please join me. Okay, thank you so much. And I'm really happy. Do not want to take more time because I think pretty late in the East Coast. By the way, I'm in the West Coast in California. It's fine. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Geshe-la. And I'm glad you sorted out my geography. And actually, there's another geographical detail I got wrong earlier with Ken Rinpoche at the Sakya Monastery, Seattle. Seattle is in Washington, not Oregon. So I'm glad we've had you from the West Coast. And one of the beautiful things about doing this Sakadawa Interfaith celebration online is that people are able to join us from all over. It's not necessary to drive to Kurukulla Center and sit under a tent. Usually it's a hot day, I think, when we do it. But although we're really sorry not to be together in Medford, it's really tremendous that we're able to join from all over. And also, Geshe-la, I'm really glad that you brought up George Floyd and the racial discrimination that is systemic in our society. I was told not to talk about politics when I was getting my brief for MC, but it's so interconnected with everything and with our spiritual practice. And, you know, religious discrimination, racial discrimination, it all causes so much suffering. And yeah, I really appreciated all your words. Thank you. So the next guest speaker, we have Venerable, and then we have Rabbi David, and then we have Ling Rinpoche. So we're all getting there. Venerable Chandasiri is from the Mahasati Patthana Meditation Center. He is representing the School of Buddhism as it's practiced in Myanmar, also known as Burma. I couldn't find the location of Venerable Center. I think maybe it's in Malden or in Boston somewhere, so maybe Venerable can let us know after Sitting translates for us.
Number two, tanda thatong ganang jikbayina ta tanda kundun sonshe ta molam sonke ni sigjela ani mazu tegung ta molam kundun so chapjiling rumbochi ani kalok chindu ani samdene ta tanda Burma gnang ba Mahasati Patha hanna chitsog kambo ani shanda sri chaki kalok tang ani molam song.
Hello, good evening, everyone. And also, firstly, I would like to express my thanks to the Kurukulla Center and also Venerable Koshi Tanli. Sorry for my pronunciation.
Me too.
Yes, especially I'm from Kransi in Moran. I'm also a meditation teacher. So from the Thai monks and also Vietnam monks, they also mention and they also recite the chanting, and also we did a little bit meditation with the guideline of the Vietnam monk. So today, just I would like to mention from the Tipitaka, like a 3 basket, you know, I will take a little bit of Pali stanzas. So the first one is at the moment of attainment of Buddha, the Buddha recite this Pali word. So I will recite. Aneka jati sansaram sandavesa anipisam kahakarang gavesando dukha jati punna punna kahakaraka tejosi punnagiya nagahasi Sabati Pasuka Baka Kahakuta Wisinkatam Wisinkata Katan Chitam Tanana Kaya Mijaga. So in English translation, I who have been seeking the bearer of the house me body. failing to the attainment enlightenment, which would enable me to find him, have a wandered through the innumerable births in the samsara cycle of rebirth. To be born again and again is indeed a dukkha, suffering. The other one is, oh, house builder. You are seeing you shall build a new house for me again. Your rafters are broken. Your root tree is destroyed. My mind has reached unconditioned. That means the end of the craving has been attained. So in this Pali word, so we are celebrating this one like a Sakadawa celebration. Just we are only remember the Buddha, but we need to remember the qualities of the Buddha. So in this Pali, the Buddha mentioned about his quality. What kinds of quality mentioned the Buddha is? As soon as the Buddha, he became Buddhahood, he uttered this Pali word. He already cut off the craving. Because if we cut the craving, we cannot reborn. Because nowadays, people are reborn again and again. Why? Because of the craving. If we are craving, we have a craving, we will be reborn in the samsara again and again. And then when we reborn, what happened? Our people will deal with the like anger, greed, delusion, because the people usually associate with these three things. That is why the Buddha is not like a normal people. He already killed the craving. That is why the first things that the Buddha that he recited this one. We also need to follow his word. How shall we cut off our craving? To develop our mindfulness. Because Buddhism only guided for the mental development. This is the main teaching of the Buddha. So if we have a mental development, so the other things that can be also controlled. Like even in Myanmar, we are doing the meditation. So that means that we are practicing the mental development. According to my experience, when you have a deep and big mental development, you can cure all disease, like a cancer, like a heart problem. So that means that not only for 1 hour is not enough to meditate, to practice the mental development. And also the other one is like the Buddha also mentioned, like Vayatama Sankhara Apamadina Sambhadita. The Pali was meant before that the Buddha passed away, and then this is the last word of the Buddha before he passed away. All the conditioned things are impermanent. So trying to live with the mindfulness. Mindfulness means you need to look at your mind. And also, the more you look at your mind, your concentration will be developed. And then when your concentration is developed, you can see the impermanence. Now people, like most of the Buddhists, they understand impermanence means today is the new house. And that when the house is destroyed, oh, impermanent. No, this one is no reality of the impermanent. The reality of the impermanent can see through the deep concentration. This is the last word of the Buddha. Here, and I also want to take one Pali from the Mangala Sutta, like a blessing chanting. Atasama Panidija. So during this coronavirus and pandemic, so this word is very important for us. Atasama Panidija. We need to take good care of ourselves. Why? Because if we don't take care of ourselves, supposing, for example, if I am affected by the coronavirus, The main thing is I need to take care of ourselves first. If I don't take care of myself, what happens? I will go out, I will go to the beach, I will go to the market without the mask. What happens? The coronavirus can spread to the environment. That is why the Buddha here mentioned, Atasamapanidicha, to take good care of ourselves is very important. So here, from this program or from this event, just I would like to suggest all the people who listen to this live or please take good care of yourself. Don't enjoy too much like a physical enjoyment. Don't go to the beach. Okay, don't go to the market a lot for the pleasure. Please take good care of yourself and to take care of our environment. So anyway, thank you very much. May you be happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise in your the whole life.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Venerable, for those words and for imploring everyone to take good care. So important, a bit like what Geshe-la was saying beforehand, that we've kind of gotten very used to the pandemic now. It's almost like we don't think about it so much, but it's so important for us to think about it, take good care and take good care of others, and to keep in mind all the suffering it's still causing. And also your temple, just texting with Geshe-la, is walking distance from our temple. So we're both in Medford. And also Pastor Suji's church is just 2 or 3 blocks, like very close, even closer to us. So we have distinguished guests who are very close and those who are far away. And perhaps next time we do this, and if we include online, we could get some international guests. Actually, we do have international guests, Ling Rinpoche, who'll be coming up after Rabbi David. He recorded his message from India. But first we have our final distinguished speaker before Ling Rinpoche, Rabbi Brahm David. He is from the Temple Shalom in Medford. He's also been a close friend of Kurukulla Center for many, many years. And I think one of the things I'm missing about not meeting in person this year is usually I get to say hello to your beautiful daughter who comes with you for the ceremony. So I imagine she's in high school now. And yeah, so hopefully next year we can be in person again. Over to Tsering Ki.
Tanda number 3 Sanzing Nang Shibag Tatong Deyana Kurukulla Pojinang Tan Homni Kangi Luri Podashi Chonga Sakadawa Vinila the Chili Rimi Holam Soshibati any Satan Dumbati. The name Latini Talo or Tagigani Soshibata, any Talo Holam Sotan Dumbagatala, Yushutan Kachi, any Jew, any Nangba Bombo, any the Sogota Kutsamana, Kutsab Danji Shuche, Kalop Dam Holam Songudu, that Tamatiri do Lerm Tamatilang as Jew Chilik, Shalom Chitso Chipon. Javedi Kalop Dam Holam Songre, DJ Lani, Jabjiling Rubuchi Kalop Chundu.
So Shalom, and I bring you greetings from Temple Shalom, the Jewish community of Medford. And I was going to thank you to Wendy Geshe-la and to the Kurukulla Center for bringing us together every year for this wonderful and very important service. That shows our unity in the face of so much division and separation in the world. So in these difficult times, I wanted to share a reflection with you from an important 20th century rabbi who also lives through difficult times here in America. Back in 1963, Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel, outraged by over 200 years of American racism and by the fierce and often violent backlash to the civil rights movement in his own time, sent a telegram to President Kennedy proposing that he declare the United States to be in a state of moral emergency. He wrote that the hour calls for high moral grandeur and spiritual audacity. Rabbi Heschel's call still rings true today. So how do we begin to change the world? How do we break the systemic inequities that plague our society? Rabbi Heschel begins with empathy and awareness, saying, morally speaking, there is no limit to the concern one must feel for the suffering of human beings, that indifference to evil is worse than evil itself, that in a free society, some are guilty, but all are responsible. We are all responsible for helping our great nation finally achieve its promise of true equity and opportunity for all. The first step is to open our eyes and hearts to the suffering of others. Through our thoughts, actions, and prayers, let us demonstrate what it means to love our neighbors as ourselves. Amen, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rabbi David, for joining us once again. And as you say, it's so important that we come together in unity during these times where there's so much division, and yeah, just bring our hearts together. So thank you, also our neighbor. And then now we've come to the part of the program that we are especially honored to have. So His Eminence, the 7th Kyabji Yongzin Ling Rinpoche, has recorded about a 7-minute message. He resides in southern India. He is relatively young, around 30 or a little, maybe 35. In his past life, of course, in Buddhism, we have the reincarnation teaching. In his past life, he was the senior tutor to His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and in that way, a very, very, very important figure in the last century and for Tibet and for the development of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. There's a wonderful book that has just been published by Wisdom Publications. Is the biography that was written by His Holiness the Dalai Lama, called The Life of My Teacher. And we are so honored, and thank you, Geshe-la, Geshe Tinley, for arranging for Rinpoche to be able to send us his message this evening for our Sakadawa Interfaith celebration.
Number 2, la sanziglang shibade Kurukulla Bojinantan Homir Kangi Lori Bodajivi Chonga Ganyala Ani Sakadawa Chonga Tap Tunche any Chili Rimigi Mulam So Shimbagi Satan Dumbati Dirin Tralam to Shimbata Lerm Tamatila Lepson Lem Tamatina and Natsu Mulam Dig Kundun So Kyabjeling Rumbuchi Karma Denchanga Kaluching Nang Yoga Dela Sanrona.
Kange tuji nizone dawa tamje bambeje tambe chune tunjebe kodam dela chaze lo ta derinde ngaranju pulun tarki ani sagadewe zejungi an da tujengi zejen to shagi yore ta sanje gi chobaji gi ngone shuwe yin da taring tujudi keshishure manzu same kense na shingi sanje jomdende ani gutamba tini bigeji sanje ben zeba 디싱이 되니 비고 군양을 데벌 소베다 뒤제 mongu지기다 다른 기문들이 기기 유튜브잖아요. 넘버 산제비 지구면에다 다른 기문들이 개치슈시하기 어려. 지난들이 인도다 다른 기문들이야 말한주 산제 좀 된데기 안 구순도 진짜바 넘버 타고 지수 템베 토네 아니 지비게 산제리야. 더니 비게 다 산제기 공부 지신도 유튜브 제거해야 돼. 주버 지구면에 개시주시 비지 저기 어려서부터 지난들이 인도잖아요다. 조디 산제기 주기 랍자티 아니 지피게 말한주 조아 미잠 마임베 아니 지단 점불린들이 요베 겐덴 소자 탐제기 디도 내줄이야 두구시버지 토네 주 송샤버지당 데리시하기 유도잖아요다 디 랍자티다 캡천부터 개심부시부 치하기 어려 지난들이 인디다 말한주 점불린들이야 남버점도 마세베 알리 지 추켈라마나 그봐 딱한다 가서 그래다 창매 디도 내줄이야 저와요 되버지당 디 톤의 점불링 딜이야 시디드야 점불링 딜의 메리기 바기 튠지 추루 튠지 딘데기 창물로데 랍전 디 톤의 용토구 유에 인도 산제기 주기 랍제디 데리케스 투주들 개시슈시당 아니 비기 지게 가서 내 미슈치 저기 유에 인도 아니 다른데다 만주 투젠딜이야 냠좀남베 차돌 페베 남아주 기시 창물로 아니 비기 지 템바 지당 아니 지라 다에 비디오난데 두구신이 저기도 아니 배 넘버 2배 차례 강자치지 단다부터 난도 남뮤르데 단도에 비게 무튼이 나야리야 안 두구게지당 안 두심 슌바메지 나토야리야 아니 가슈다 동게 아니 셰로치시니 엔티데 두세로 저슈에니 안다는 신기다 안주 기시 노틸레라 당 불고레 주조 돈네 지 가슈다 로다 두세 Sakadawa Tseba Chungye ki Zejien Tiliya Songzinangi Yore, ta ine tani Zambulin Tel Tuyi Nerim di Kyabde Chungye Kembe ta Ngozu Hensumchi Naya Yungu Yomar te ine Chado Tone Tusi Ba Kashure da Tusi Kuji Nampati Shira Kabuchung Kyang Samulo Tusi Chesi Shue Tashtile. Dear brothers and sisters, everyone, all the religious masters, teachers from all the religions, traditions, touched leg to you all. I'm very, very happy to be here with you all at this event. This is a very important event for Buddhists in the world, especially the followers of the Tibetan Buddhist tradition, because today is the day when Buddha was born and when he became enlightenment, and the day of his passing, Nirvana. So this is as a Tibetan Buddhist follower, it is a very, very important day. So on this day, I think most important is that we should all remember the teachings of Buddha, and we should act and we should follow according to his message, because the Buddha's message is very, very meaningful and very effective, because Buddha's main message is to spread the teaching of love and compassion and peace and tolerance, which is very, very relevant in this world. Actually, all the major religious traditions speak about this and also spread the message of love and compassion. So so I think our basic aim is all same. One can say that almost 99% of the objective or our goal is all the same. So maybe there's 1% difference, maybe some ritual or clothing or like that, but the main message or the main teachings are all the same. So I think this can bring all of us together and to work towards a happier and healthier world, where we can produce a happier world, especially in this difficult time of human history, the global pandemic which we are facing. This is a really, really threat to the humanity. So people are very, very worried. People are really suffering. People have so much stress. They feel so afraid. So at this time of human history, as a human being, we have the responsibilities to reach out to people, and especially as a religious figure, we all carry the name of a religious teacher or messenger. So we should all work together towards making humans happier, healthier, because our emotion is very much related to our lifestyle. Our lifestyle, I think, is very much related to our emotion. So I think to bring our emotion to a neutral level, I think the teachings can bring a lot of effect. So I encourage and I appeal to all of you to work together, and let us all get together and let us all fight this COVID-19 and bring a happier and healthier and more peaceful world. Thank you very much. Tashidele.
That was wonderful to get to hear the message from Ling Rinpoche in India. I think it's very early morning in India right now, so it's likely he's up in the wee hours meditating. So yeah, and his the message of just remembering we're all 99% the same and wanting the same things, just some different rituals and some different clothes, and so just coming together, working on our mind to be happier and bring a healthier, each one of us, healthier actions into the world. So that's pretty much our program. And to finish, I would like to invite Sean Gonzalez, who has been Kurukulla Center director for over 8 years, since 2012. And before then, he was also in roles as assistant director. And so essentially, he's been behind the scenes, really working very hard for many, many years to ensure Kurukulla thrives, everything logistically that is needed. So he's the executive director of Kurukulla Center in Medford, and he will wrap up, be our last distinguished guest for our Sakadawa Interfaith celebration. And sitting.
Number 2, Tandata Kurukulla Pojinantan Lumnir Kangu, Lori Rig, Chidaji, Chonga, Vinila, Chili, Rimigum, Holam Tapa, Dambati Talam, Topa, Yons, the Jigjoatan, and in Jigdum good Tamsheti, and a Kurukulla Pojinantan Lumnir Kandi, Toso, Sean, Woodali, any Chili Rimigum, Holam Sachila, Jigdum good Tamshanangre.
So the main thing I have had to say and shared with everybody is a big thank you. A thank you to the conversations between His Holiness and Geshe Tenley that inspired events like these to come together. And the support from the Lhasa Rinpoche for all of us to continue this journey together. For Geshe Tenley for making it happen, to having that vision, creating the relationship, the foundation for all coming together and enjoying moments, special moments like this, very unique moment, very precious, especially in difficult times like these. I'm most grateful to the support of our local governments for having been honored with Mayor Biana Lungokon, who has been so special in participating with us in this special day. And to all of our amazing, wonderful leaders who support us so much in all of our communities, so different and yet so similar. In whatever way this comes together, I hope that we can all take the message of caring for each other, caring for ourselves as a way to care for each other, and recognizing that we're all together. We're all one. And lastly, I want to thank personally Wendy for such amazing work and making this happen. So it's helping us come together and keeping it going. All those nights. To all of our volunteers who have worked so hard behind the scenes, and everybody who's been online, making all the pieces, technology and everything come together. And to everybody who has been part of this, I really thank you all. Thank you so much for being a part of it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sean. Thank you for all your hard work and everything you just said, all your thank yous. It's, yeah, now, isn't this the part where we spend the next 10 minutes thanking one another?
We look up, we look to the sky, and everything. Thank you.
Usually then at this point, when we're in person and in the tent, we get everybody up on the stage. Of course, usually a few people have had to leave. And I think usually we also go over time when we're in person. So we just have to visualize, you know, just realize, appreciate all our hearts have been here. And this is the current how we communicate and gather and connect. And socially distance, as I believe Pastor Suji said, doesn't mean being disconnected from one another. And so I really hope that this, well, I feel in my heart, and I hope others have experienced a sense of waking up and hope and inspiration and closeness to other traditions and beliefs that may not be the ones that you practice in your daily life. And even as His Holiness always says, even if you're a non-believer, which means you don't, you know, you're not following a particular religion, the main thing is to develop a good heart and to help others and to, you know, be a good person and to stand up for what is what is right. So until next year, until our 8th annual Sakadawa Interfaith celebration from Kurukulla Center, I'm signing off. And thanks so much to everyone. May all beings be happy. Sitting Ki?
No, number 2, tatanda tatung yongsi njigdala nindu ani the Lori ngatu chida joa gu sewa chonga gu nimala ta ganda Kurukulla pojinangte thomnir khang ngini ani junul konsa kyam go yawar bo chi chok tikchi gomba khle ta cha chi shu zamlang gu chili rimi tendun nang go ya gomba la po chi ti jis chi je ani chi chonga gu nimola ta holam chili rimi gu holam chhshin ba ta talo chhta damba de 아니 정말 되게 최슈인 아니 믹세기 단다 쿠루쿨라 보지난텔 홈니 칸디 레긴 디모와 용라 되게 최슈기 다냠신난 켄 정말 가든 최슈인 나라니 나야 사카다와 게니모들라 아니 칠리그지미기 홀람디기 포르케소 좀 슈와티 수수 기비 속소 야신고시가 이제와 그 홀람작게 대단냠도 타돈데라 Wikilana mi pego traditional consatyam go yawarum bo chi chok kasi shepetan batang anin zamlang di nant naim ta mokchig meki kanyang la sakpa shiwa shidi ani zamuling choyo ani shidi ta ani di chidamba yong ga mulam shuyin sama tuji chena.
Thank you. Tuji che.
Geshe-la, would you have anything, final words?
No, thank you everyone. Tuji che, Kadan che. Sama, thank you. That's it.
Yep. Have a wonderful night, everyone.
Wonderful night. Have a good night. Thank you.